Hi there, it's Riikka Kovasin here with another video. This time I'm playing with some Kate Designs printables. I'm mixing a couple of different collections or PDFs in this make. I'm doing a blue-toned wintry tag, but my inspiration came one of these beautiful sheets with the elk or stag on it, and I wanted to use that as the focal point. I'm using this mattress kind of patterned piece as my background, and I'm using double-sided adhesive to adhere it to my chipboard tag. For the focal point, I'm using cardstock based kind of, and using the same idea, double-sided adhesive, and then adding the printable on top to make it a little bit sturdier, so when I cut it out it's more like a die cut shape than just a flimsy printable paper. I'm adding a little bit pattern to the background using a stencil and some white gesso. I chose this stencil because of the pattern reminds me of somewhat like the frost flowers or patterns you can see in a window when it's really chilly outside. I'm also using the gesso and the sponge to dab around the edges to make the tag look a little bit snowier. Then I'm using watercolors to make a moon behind the stag. I'm first sketching a little circle to the watercolor paper and then wetting the area and lightly touching with different colors on top of the kind of pool or puddle of water so the colors mix up really nicely. When I have the first layer done, I'm using a heat tool to dry it, and then I'm building layers on top of the dried surface. Here I'm using the watercolors on top of the dried surface, kind of adding a little bit of shadow to the bottom part of the moon, and also flicking some water on top to make it react with the layers already existing there. After drying, I then cut the moon out and add it to my tag, just using regular craft glue to adhere it to the background. For the stag, however, I'm using foam tape, so there's this little bit of dimension going on with the focal composition. As I want the stag and the moon to be the kind of the focal point, they don't need a much embellishing, so I'm just adding a couple of snowflakes in there, and then a piece of ribbon which I'm coloring using stamping inks. I added some text with text stickers to the tag, and then just the ribbon in place and finishing the tag with some crystal stickers. And so it's done. And here's the finished tag. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please consider subscribing. And thank you so much for watching. It really means a world to me. Thank you. See you again. Bye.